Hello and welcome to the Unexpected List. I'm Will, and with me as always is the one who's unexpectedly expected.
Sarah.
And the way this works is simple. I give Sarah a topic, and she gives me the first 5 board games that come to mind when I give her that topic. She cannot research or study or do anything that's, makes this video process really long.
And I can't prepare because he's going to tell me right now, and he's never told me what it is till like now.
All right. Are you ready for this unexpected list?
I don't know. It's unexpected, but okay, go.
All right. This unexpected list is last.
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 Oh. Okay.
All right. We're back with the unexpected stack. This was so unexpected that I felt sad for Sarah, so I helped her with this list.
I'm sorry, we're recording this kind of late, and we haven't had dinner. I'm kind of hungry, and last, just completely, my brain went blank. I'm like, what? I couldn't even think of the one game we have that actually has the word last in it. My brain went so blank. But thankfully, after Will gave me a couple of recommendations of, okay, try this, then my brain started working. So he only gave me 2, the bottom 2, Quacks and Last Will. But then you did kind of mention our Aqua Garden. Okay, so finally I came up with 2 of them.
Yeah, so this is my list, really.
So this unexpected list unexpectedly stumped me more than I expected. So pick better words next
Oh,
time.
that was fantastic words. Let's go over them then.
All right.
Number 1.
We're going to start with Super Skill Pinball. Now, this just happens to be the 4K. There are other versions. We have a couple, haven't played them, but they're all basically work the same.
And Star Trek's on its way.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Star Trek one. So the thing here is you are trying to last the longest you can at moving your little ball. It's not a ball, it's like a half ball.
Yeah.
But your pinball thing around the pinball machine, and the longer you last, generally speaking, the more points you're getting. So
like actual pinball.
Yeah, like actual pinball. So you want to last longest playing this so that you can make the most points, because whoever has the most points wins. And so, yeah, literally last.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
All right, that was a perfect choice.
Yeah, that was actually one of mine.
It only gets better from here.
Yeah, because they're his.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Compliment. So thank you. Number 2.
Number 2. I'm going to put this up so the cards don't fall out. Port Royal. So the interesting thing here, I was kind of thinking is, because Will and I were talking about games I don't mind losing, coming in last, and I just enjoy playing. But also, part of this game, Port Royal, is when you're revealing cards, you're pushing your luck. If you can put more cards out
Of different colored
ships, of different people to hire, if you can last longer on your turn during this push your luck, you will probably get more rewards, because the more different ships you put out, you can start taking more than one card. Plus, then you have options for other people to buy cards, because when they buy cards on your turn, they have to pay you first. So lasting longer on your turn is a good thing.
Yes.
There we go.
And it's a mechanic in the game.
And it is the mechanic in the game.
All right, number 3.
All right, Aqua Garden. This is the game that I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. I really want to love it, but I really kind of hate it because it has a rondelle, and it has 2 rondelles. Mm-hmm. I am terrible at timing them, but the game is gorgeous. The pieces are gorgeous, but this, like I said, having a, well, not just the rondelle, but the mechanic of it's your turn if you're farthest back. Yeah. If you're last,
it's when you take your turn.
You take your turn. So you're going around this main board that has all the different fish you want to put into your aquarium. And then you have your personal board with a little guy moving around, so you're next to different tanks. So you have to time it that you take the fish you want from the main board at the time where your guy is next to the tank you want to put it in. But if you jump too far ahead of taking a fish, then you're not going to take your turn for a while, because other people are going to be farther back.
Yeah.
So the farther back you are, the last in line, that's when you get to take your turn. So if you can go slower, you can get more fish. But of course, you have to balance that with being next to the right tank and having somewhere to put them.
Yeah,
You can't.
and how much space do you want to give the person who's in last
Right.
the opportunity to just take a whole ton of turns?
Exactly.
Another game that's like that is Glenmore.
Yeah.
We did finally trade that away.
Yeah, I really didn't like the rest of it, the village building, because that had physical adjacency that just killed me.
Yeah, but it also has a similar mechanic.
Yeah. All right, Last Will, the game I should have thought of first because it has the word last in it. And this one's really interesting because you are trying to get rid of all your money and actually...
You're trying to bankrupt
You're
yourself.
trying to bankrupt yourself. So you want to be last, because normally in games you want to make the most money. And usually you're in last place if you have the least amount of money. But to win this...
You need the least amount
You need the least amount of money. So you need to be last to win. It's funny. It works relatively well. There is a sort of quasi-expansion / standalone game called Prodigal Club. We haven't had a chance to play that yet. But Last Will, definitely a very interesting game that not only is thematically different, but then mechanically very different.
Yes.
And actually has the word last in it.
All right, number 5.
All right. We have Quacks of Quedlingberg. So when Will also tried to walk me through what another last is if you're in last place during a game, is there a catch-up mechanic? And a lot of games have small minor ones. I feel Quacks has one of the strongest last player, catch-up mechanics in the game. Is at the beginning of every round, if you're farther back, you count the number of rat tails between you and the next person, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I think it's between you and the first player.
Sorry,
yeah.
Whoever's first, because you're trying to catch up to the first player.
Yeah.
You actually have then a rat token in your potion that you put up higher, so that as you're pulling tokens out of your bag to put into your potion, you start at a advantage.
So you get more out of it.
So sometimes in this game, you actually don't want to be first for a majority of the game. Because if you can kind of hit that sweet spot in the middle to the back, then you can really push your luck and advantage with that catch-up mechanism. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow, I can't believe that stumped me so bad. Do you have any other games you want to add, considering you had to give me 3 choices?
No, you pretty much left me dry.
Well, you mentioned Glenmore.
Yeah, I did mention Glenmore.
It's very similar to Aquagarden.
Very similar to Aquagarden. Different mechanics of placement, making sure your chieftains are in the right orders in order to place them in certain areas. And I think that extra level of spatial was a bit beyond the tanks, because the tanks are simple. There's like 6 tanks.
Right.
And you always go in a circle. So it's not that extra up, down, left, right component and extra number of chieftains that you also have to get.
Yeah, oh god, that just killed me. Yes, Aquagarden works a little bit better because you're just working with 2 circles.
Yes.
Timing is still it hits me hard. Mm-hmm. All right then. So, you people watching at home, what do you think of the word last when you think of board games?
And it's a safe thing to say, no, I don't think of it at all.
Yes.
So please go away.
You can be on my side and be like, what the heck, Will? Where did that come from? So write in the comments you're on Team Sarah. That was a really hard word, and no wonder I couldn't figure it out because I couldn't do any research. He wouldn't even let me look at my BG stats to find out what games I lose most of the time.
I didn't want this list to just be sad.
That's true. That's a good point.
So don't be sad to be on Team Will in the comments.
Well, if you do think of any games, look through your collection. Is there anything that resonates with the word last? Write it in the comments because I'd like to know. There's got to be more than these 5 that correlate to last.
There totally is. And this has been the Unexpected List. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with 2, that's TWO. We're on Blue Sky, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Discord, we have a channel on Tabletop Express. Check the show notes for the invite link.
If you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.